Hey everybody, welcome to the Chris and Des Show. I'm Chris.
And I'm Des.
And today we're going to do what you've all been waiting for.
No!
We're going to do our top 15 movies of 2015.
It just very recently moved from 10 to 15.
Because it's 2015, so I said, let's do 15. Plus we have there were so many good movies this year.
There were
really
a lot.
good
There were
movies.
really good movies, yeah.
So we'll do it this way. Des will say her number 15, and then I'll say mine. Then we can maybe react and be like,
we're working up to number
crazy,
1.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Yes.
Okay. So, Des, what's your number 15?
My number 15 is Avengers Age of Ultron.
Okay, good movie.
My criteria is these are the top movies that I enjoyed that were just Desiree movies. Hit me right where I live. And that Avengers movie was so fun. I loved it.
Good. My criteria was, we should have said this at the beginning.
Yeah, we probably should.
My criteria was a movie that I walked out, I was like, wow, that was a good movie. That was a really good movie. That's what I want to do. So my number 15 is Trumbo, a movie that I enjoyed, especially that time period.
That was a great movie.
Acting, to me it was the acting. Even more than anything else, the acting was so good. Especially John Goodman really got me. I love John Goodman. And I love Diane Lane too. So that's a good one.
He could be in every movie. I'd be fine. Okay, number 14 was Age of Adeline.
I didn't see that one.
You didn't? Oh, it's good. It's this when she gets zapped and it was so good. I think I saw it twice with different friends, and I just really enjoyed it. It's a chick flick. It is 100% chick flick. It was so great. It was fun.
My number 14 was Grandma with Lily Tomlin. I think especially the way I saw it too with my sisters, and we just laughed like out loud and thought it was hilarious. I thought it was such a well-made film on a subject that I didn't like, and that's maybe why too.
That's what I wanted to
say.
It's
like, oh, I'm not going to like the subject line, but like the movie, I was like, wow, that was a good movie to get me to get over the fact that I didn't like the subject matter per se, like the movie that much. Like that's a good movie, and Lily Tomlin's performance is flawless.
She's awesome,
fantastic.
Yes, I just did it. Yeah. Okay, number 13 was Bridge of Spies for me.
Oh, that's low. I thought it'd be way higher on your list.
I know.
Wow.
Well, I love that movie. It was good. It's on the list.
Yes. Okay.
But yeah, it was really good. I enjoyed it.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah. My number 13 was Steve Jobs. And I think, again, so well written by Aaron Sorkin. Fantastic screenwriting. Great direction by Danny Boyle. And Kate Winslet and Michael Fassbender. Perfect. Yeah. The two of them. Later, we're going to do a video on our favorite performances, and you might see one of them or both of them on that list because Kate Winslet.
Kate Winslet was amazing.
She's amazing.
That one. Okay. Number 12, I have The Hateful Eight.
Okay.
Tarantino. He is fun every time. And the whole event of going and everything, it was great. I love that experience of that movie, and it was fun. It was a great movie and good performances. I thought it was good.
The experience, I'll agree with that. I liked Hateful Eight too. And if we had done a top 20, it probably would have been on my list, but it's only top 15. Yeah. Number 12 for me was 45 Years.
That feels low.
Because I remember being like, gosh, what a good movie. The reason, when I look at all of it, you'll see my list. But when I get there,
I'm just saying.
There are just some parts that maybe could have been tighter in it.
Yeah,
but I like the longness because it was needed. But again, that is almost all Charlotte Rampling. That movie is just
100%.
That woman is phenomenal. So, yes.
Okay. Number 11, where is it? Oh, Inside Out. Enjoyable, Pixar, good, excellent movie. I enjoyed that movie a lot. I think that's another one that I saw more than once. And it was great. It was a good movie.
Good. My number 11 is an animated film also, and I picked Anomalisa.
I didn't see that one.
Just such a well-made film. And it's a movie that I walked out of. I saw with my wife, and we walked out and like, wow, it was so realistic, and the story behind it was so good and so well-made.
It looks interesting.
Graphic animated film, but just really well done. So, and I like Charlie Kaufman's writing, so I thought it was really a really good movie.
Okay, excellent. I want to see that one. Number 10, Jurassic World, baby. So great. At the end with I don't want to tell you, but it was so fun. That was such a great movie. I thought it was really good.
It was a good movie.
I liked it.
It was in my consideration. I made a first consideration list of like,
I
Probably
didn't think any of
30
those kind of movies would.
30 films, and Avengers was part of that list, and Jurassic Park was part of that list. They got crossed off, but they were close. If we done a 20 or 25, maybe they would have been
Yeah, that's
there.
my kind of flick.
10 for me was Bridge of Spies,
Okay.
and I really enjoyed that movie so much more than I thought. I'm a history nerd too, so the history part was great, and Tom Hanks was great. Mark Rylance was so fantastic, and Steven
So good.
Spielberg just knows how to direct a good movie.
Yeah.
That's the end.
Okay, number 9. Number 9, I put 45 Years.
Okay. Good
So
one.
that was a movie that emotionally affected me. It was so good.
It was a good movie.
She is amazing.
Number 9 for me was Sicario, which is just, I mean, it is a get you and hold on to you kind of thriller type movie, which I love. Emily Blunt was fantastic, as well as Benicio del Toro. Just so again, well made, well directed, and just a really well made, good thriller. And I like a good thriller every once in a while. Just
Yes.
good.
I haven't seen that one. I plan on seeing it tonight, but I'm sure. I don't think it's going to make my list, but we'll see. Number 8, I have Concussion. Will Smith. Enjoyed that movie so much. It had me the whole time. I was like, oh no. And he was getting, it was so good.
It was good. He's good. Number 8 for me was the Peanuts movie, because I was so pleasantly surprised about the fact that they kept it so true to
The strips.
the original idea of Peanuts, and it was nothing to. It was good, new, fun animation, and just a fun movie that I saw with my son. And we walked. Both of us left, and it was just like, that was so good. I loved that. I was so happy, and it very nostalgic for me as well too, because I've always loved the Peanuts. But yeah, just a well-made movie. I liked it a lot.
All right, number 7. Ant-Man. I just love, that's the kind of stuff I like. I thought it was so good. That was a really good movie. I kind of want to see it again to jog my memory about it, but it was classic superhero. I loved it. Origin story. It was great.
No, I thought it was really good too. I enjoyed it a lot too. Number 7 for me was Spy, a movie that I was like,
really?
yes, that was so funny. I would say the last probably 3 years, maybe 4 or 5 years, there have been probably 3 Melissa McCarthy movies that made my top 10 movies of the year. And there's been a bunch that I made my least favorite movies of the year too.
We could do that.
But yeah, we could do that. But Spy was a movie that I was like, okay, let's go see. I hope it's funny, and it was so funny.
It was
and just
funny.
well made.
Really good. Yeah.
Jason Statham had me crying laughing. And Melissa McCarthy is likable to me. She's very likable. Bridesmaids would have made my list one year, and The Heat would have made my list one year too. But Spy was just a good, well-made movie. I'm glad the critics really liked it too. I'm glad it was like a 93 on Rotten Tomatoes or something, because it was just so.
Oh yeah.
Just a good
movie.
comedy. We're always in the dark, but it was a good comedy, and I appreciate a good comedy. I know a lot of critics, that's not their thing to pick comedies for their favorite movie, but I say a good comedy is just a good movie.
A good movie.
So absolutely. I'm going with that.
Okay, number 6, Danny Collins, which I just saw recently because you loaned me the DVD,
Yes.
and it's a story about the guy. We should have done a Danny Collins episode, but we didn't.
Still.
Oh, we are? Oh, okay. But it's this great movie. Oh, and it's so touching. Al Pacino in this movie is the poor man. And so it was really good. Such good acting and a great story. I loved it. It was really good. I recommend it if you haven't seen it.
My number 6 is The Revenant, and again, a movie that I had not low expectations for. I had really like no expectations for. I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this, or it's gonna be a little, I don't know. But I should have trusted Iñárritu, because I just need to learn to trust him. But went in there and I was like, wow, that was such a good movie. Like, it was so well made. That's what I left saying. Like, that movie was so well made, directed beautifully by him. Leo gives a great performance. As I said before, I love Tom Hardy. I think he's fantastic. And just some of the shots, I was like, really, they were breathtaking. They were just beautiful. Like, wow, it's just so beautiful. It's this story of survival, and the ugliness of it is real too. But at the whole time, it's like a beautifulness to it as well too. the snow and the woods, and
Right.
it's like, wow, this is something, beautiful as well. So I really enjoyed The Revenant. So that's my number 6.
Okay. Now we're getting down to it here,
Top
folks.
5.
Top 5. Number 5 is Steve Jobs.
Good.
That was
Good
a
one.
great movie. I love the structure of it. I love the performances in it. I
Mhm.
like the story of it. It
Mhm.
was, I hadn't white knuckled the whole time just in this movie. It was so good.
And my number 5 was Danny Collins because I
Ah,
loved that movie. And
good. That was a good movie.
I texted Des as soon as I finished watching it. I was like, you got to watch this movie, Danny Collins. It is so good.
It is so good.
And it's one of those movies, and I love movies like this, that you're like, gosh, I love that movie. That's what I want to say. And
Yeah.
and that's exactly what I did say after this. Bobby Cannavale is fantastic.
Jennifer
Garner is
Garner.
fantastic.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Annette Bening, oh man, I love Annette Bening in this movie too. Everything was great.
Yeah.
And it was just a good story, just well made, and it didn't have to be like The Revenant's heaviness and
Right.
it was trying to be profound, and it was all those
Yes,
things.
Absolutely.
This wasn't trying to be that, and it was successful at being what it was going to be, and that's why I loved it so much.
Number 4. Brooklyn. Love that movie. That it's just gorgeous, and the performances, and you just, if you have not seen Brooklyn, you need to go right now. Turn this off and go to the theater. Oh, it's just a beautiful movie.
It is. Yeah. My number 4 is Star Wars. I loved it. I thought it was, man, talk about expectations being exceeded for me. This was the movie that I was like, wow, that was so much better even than I had anticipated. Because as I have said before, I am not a person who is like going in thinking like, oh, it's great because it's Star Wars. Like, no. You prove to me that you're great because I'm not on that train.
Yeah.
I can find the fault in the other Star Wars. I can show you where the problem is. Prove to me. And it was just a very well-made movie. And so good job, J.J. Abrams. Good job, the whole cast. I loved that it still kept all these older characters that you had loved and grown up with and kind of like felt a connection with. And I love that they made that a dominant presence in it. I love BB-8. And I really liked it. I saw it twice and I really, really enjoyed it.
Number 3. The Martian. That was one of the first ones as we started this process of of seeing all these movies, and I was like, do I want to see this movie? I don't know. Okay, well, we're doing this thing with the Oscars with Chris, so I should go see this movie. I loved this movie. It was so wonderful, Matt, and the whole story, and it was just so much better than I thought it was going to be, and it was just it's so enjoyable. I just loved it. It was so good.
My number 3 is also The Martian, so perfect.
Yes.
And I thought, man, Matt Damon is such a good actor, and he gets credit for it, but not as much as I think he really is, to me, in my opinion, on the same level as like, De Niro and that type of actor. He's just really, really good. But he has this charmingness to him, I think, that sometimes makes him seem like likable, and for some reason people think likable actors aren't serious actors, but he's very likable, and he carries this movie of him by himself out there. Jessica Chastain's great too, and the rest of the supporting cast is all good, but beautiful direction by Ridley Scott as usual. He's a great director, and so just a good movie, good material, good screenplay, good set design, good everything's good. So The Martian is a great movie. See it if you haven't seen it, for sure.
Number 2. Spotlight. This is another one that it was at the beginning of this process, and I knew, oh gosh, as soon as I was in the theater, I was like, oh, this is gonna be a good movie. As they do tell the story, they told it well, and there was such good acting and the unfolding of the information and just the story itself was compelling in the first place. And so it was well done, well made, great story.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
My number 2 is also Spotlight.
Hey,
look at that. So 10, 2, and 3. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
I loved Spotlight, every minute of it. It was a movie you sat down and 2.5 hours later you're like, oh my gosh, That was so good.
Oh,
What
that
just
was
happened?
awesome.
Amazing performances from everybody all around. I love Liev Schreiber. I was so glad they put him in this movie because I think he's fantastic. But
It's so good.
everybody, Mark Ruffalo and Michael Keaton and Rachel McAdams and Brian Darcy James and just fantastic.
So good.
Stanley Tucci, just fantastic. Great writing, amazing writing, great direction, and just a story that it's so important, and it's been told and could have been told. That's what sometimes I don't. When a movie's really good, it's like, oh, that was really good, and sometimes I like to sit back and think like, what could have gone wrong, or how could the story been told wrong?
Oh.
And it makes you appreciate the movie even more because this story could have been told like in a vindictive way, or even like in a super depressing or super graphic way. Any of those things, I think all of them would have been wrong for what Spotlight was trying to do. And so good job for making Spotlight a fantastic film. Amazing film. Yes. So Spotlight's fantastic.
All right, here we are. Your number
I know what your number one is. I know what it
movie
is.
of 2015. Mine is Star Wars: The Force Awakens. It was so good. I loved that movie. We talked before about how sentimental I am about most everything, quite honestly. But Star Wars, especially, it was so good. That is absolutely my top movie of the year. I had such a great time seeing that movie.
It is definitely a fantastic
I loved
movie.
it.
And my number one movie of the year is Brooklyn.
Yes.
And if I could show my heart while I was watching Brooklyn, I wish
you are. It comes off your face.
I wish you could have seen my face while I was watching it. Smile the whole hour and a half. Just smile. It is beautiful in every sense of the word. The sentiment is beautiful and real, and that goes a lot to Saoirse Ronan's performance. I mean, she is so good in this movie.
Great in this movie.
The whole cast, Julie Walters, so funny as like the lady who runs their boarding house. She's fantastic. It has so much humor, and
it's just so genuine.
I love movies like this. Yeah. I'm a Moonstruck kind of guy where you get me a good family, whatever the family is, if it's this group of girls or if it's her boyfriend or if it's an Italian family like in Moonstruck, and you do it well and I'm all in. And that's how I felt totally the whole time. I left Brooklyn and be like, I want to see that movie again right away. I want to see it again. It was so good. Yep. The shots are beautiful. Such beautiful cinematography. Whoever did the cinematography there is amazing. And beautiful direction and writing and the guy who plays her husband. Oh my gosh, I can't even talk about it. And his little brother. Oh, everything was so good. It was just so
I do want to see that again.
Yeah. And then she made, I'm not going to tell you what the choice was at the end, but that she makes the right choice was so important. It was like, so don't do something that's going to make me not like you because I've liked you this whole time. Like, good. Okay.
Yes.
And I like that. I think so many times in films, it's like, we got to be Tarantino or something, and we got to make it sad, or make it graphic, or make it depressing. Like, no, you don't have to.
Real.
Sometimes that's good. Sometimes that's good. I'm all for it. I like graphic violence as much as the next person, but
I'm the next person. You like it way more than I do.
But sometimes you can just have a good, feel good type of movie, and Brooklyn was that for me, and it was just beautifully made. So those are our movies. There were a lot of really good movies this year. Let us know what your favorites were if we missed one of them. And
at least give us your your favorite one of the year.
Definitely. And definitely go see Brooklyn and Spotlight and Star Wars and The Martian as we agreed on the top 4 for sure. Because go see those movies.
Those are good ones.
All right. See you later.
All right.